Welcome to Game Devs Play Games, where we play games and talk game design, and today we're playing Poi! Sorry we kept you guys waiting for a super long time on this one, but this is the one that got voted on after, what was it, Life is Strange?
Yeah.
Yeah, we finished that one a little while ago, but there's a good reason. And if you don't follow Jen's channel or her blog, you should check that out, and maybe the video will be up by now and what she's been doing and what's been keeping her busy. It's cosplay.
Yep.
Cersei cosplay. It's cool.
Read all about it.
So Poi is it's a platforming, like 3D platforming adventure game made by Polykid. This was kickstarted, failed the Kickstarter, but they finished the game anyway, started it in early access, and actually found some good success in there. And I actually got this from the Humble Monthly Bundle. So I'm excited to play it. I played a little bit of the beta, but the beta didn't have an end to the game. So actually, I'm sure there's a lot that I haven't seen yet.
Once upon a time, there were two orphans. They dreamed of finding adventure in life.
Look at them in their adventures.
So cute. So one day, they ran away and set forth on a grand journey. Ran away from what? You're orphans. Hey! Hey! Wake up! Oh. Hello there. Sorry to wake you up, but I'm in a bit of a pickle.
I love pickles.
I've lost something very important to me in this forest, and I was wondering if you could help me out. Take a look up there.
I know we said we were on an adventure, but I never said I was going to help people.
See that shiny thing up in the tree? That's the very important item I was telling you about. I'm not quite the young sprout I used to be, so could you please climb up there and grab it for me?
Well, okay. Now, which one of you will help me? I'm going to play her because she's way cooler.
Splendid! You've made this old man quite happy. Hee-ho! I'll wait for you to grab it, then. Good luck.
Yeah. So, you and I have never played a platforming game on the show before, because you and I tend to gravitate toward narrative-based games. So I'm excited to play this one because I don't think there's a huge narrative to it. So it's all about the adventure and the exploration and the platforming and the fun.
I mean, that makes sense with how they set it up, as in these kids want to go adventure.
Oh, absolutely. And I feel like starting it off like just having some guy approach us and be like, I need your help, is very classic style of starting games like this.
Yeah.
It's reminiscent of the old like N64 era where a lot of games did that. Like Banjo-Kazooie kind of did that. Donkey Kong 64 did that. Like, they all kind of did that. Even the new ukulele does basically the same thing. It's like, all right, it's this little tiny push that gets us to go out and explore the entire world.
Right. It's kind of like you're Bilbo and that old man's Gandalf.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, get you out of the Shire.
It's a pretty good comparison. Difference being that Bilbo had to be convinced.
He needed a whole party of dwarfs to come kick him out.
Yeah. So these are the I'm going to compare this to Mario Sunshine, but these are like the shine sprites to run around the world finding these things. And then they kind of break up the game the same way.
You got it. I like his hee-ho.
Hee-ho!
Can you possibly do me one more favor? Please bring my important item to my airship.
This is how you get kidnapped, kids.
Yeah, seriously. Be careful climbing down now.
You can't tell me what to do. I can double jump for days. Oh.
I was gonna say, her jump is pretty crazy. Like, you jumped out of the water and still did a double jump. And I was like, this is not real.
Oh, it reset all the coins. Well, fine. Oh, hey, there's a person here.
Hey.
Hi there. Are you training to become an explorer? I'm not going to do that voice. Oh, you're just helping an old man. I see. Hee hee. So a lot of the structure of these games are like collect 'em all style, right? So like we can get much like, so I guess the strongest comparison that will probably keep coming up is Mario Sunshine. Because they structure the game in a very similar way, right? Where they have the coins scattered all across the world. And we'll see this later too. Each world is broken down by like chapters in a way. And each like chapter has a specific goal in mind that will lead to the medallions.
Woohoo! You're quite nimble. I can't thank you enough for collecting my Explorer medallion. What's an Explorer medallion, you ask? Well, it's a bit of a story.
Oh boy.
Cutscene.
Cutscene time.
A long time ago, my wife and I explored the world together, collecting Explorer medallions wherever we went.
You had a nice mustache back then, too.
Yeah, right? Our biggest adventure was a journey to find a mystical treasure called the Milky Way Globe.
Delicious.
They're so cute. One day, however, we got caught in a very bad storm.
She died.
We tried to hang on, but I hit my head and everything went dark.
I woke up 20 years later, and now I'm old.
What's that folk story when... Anyway, when I woke up, my wife was missing, and all our Explorer medallions were gone.
Oh.
But it's that folktale of the old man who lives in the mountain, and he like came down and he had been sleeping all these years.
I don't know if I've heard that one.
If you guys know, remind me what that's called.
Yeah.
I've been slowly trying to find the rest of my Explorer medallions, but it's not very easy for me anymore.
Hopefully
Why are you trying to find your medallions instead of your wife?
He does seem to have strange priorities here.
Say, why don't you help me find them? It will be quite an adventure.
No, actually, should I? I'm tempted to see what happens.
Up to you. Oh, well, thanks for helping me. If you happen to change your mind, I'll be here a while longer. Maybe it's more so you can explore the area and then come over.
Okay, well, that's not so bad. All right, I changed my mind. You didn't even walk away.
Okay, we already talked about this.
I'd love an adventure.
Hee-ho, that's the spirit. Let's get going. Hang on. What about your brother? Are you just gonna leave him?
I never liked the guy anyway.
He can find his own adventure.
Yeah. This is my adventure, fool. Go take your orphan ass elsewhere.
Go get a new family.
I found my grandpa.
My stand-in, Grandpa.
I love that the airship, the balloon is like a whale balloon.
With patches.
So the aesthetic of the game definitely relies heavily on the like cute kind of vibe, which works on me big time. I feel like if I didn't get this through the Humble Monthly, I would have seen this and I'd been like, it's so charming.
Much cute. Happy times. Wow. She's so confused. Like,
he is
there.
Oh, okay. Well, we can talk to him and we can change and play as him instead.
Oh,
so I
that's
guess
kind of cool, though.
Yeah, I like that they give us this option too, because like, I don't know, what was it, like 5 or 6 years ago? There's some AAA studio that was like, it's too difficult to animate women. That's why we don't make women in our games. I'm like, that makes no sense.
No. Surprised at how high we are? Oh, welcome to the sky. From here, we can fly anywhere in the world of Boy. Take a look over there.
Fun fact, Boy stands for Point of Interest.
Oh.
At least that was the inspiration for the name of the game.
That's our first stop, Cozy Canyon.
So cozy, covered in clouds.
I was on my way to look for more Explorer medallions before I noticed the one in that forest. Since you're an official explorer in training now, why don't you take us over there? See the steering wheel in the middle of the ship? No,
Nope, don't see it.
Push the bars to turn us toward that silhouette. Pay no attention to the compass. It's a little broken right now. Oh.
I wonder if that's like... Well, maybe we'll fix the compass later. But I'm like,
Or it's like Jack Sparrow's compass.
yeah, exactly. Like, you want me to think it's broken, but it's pointing at something.
Got all that? Don't worry, I know you'll figure it out. Now, take us to the Cozy Canyon.
Yeah.
So the other thing that makes me glad that you can switch between the siblings is that otherwise it's kind of pointless for them to be siblings, right? Because then you're like sticking with a girl or a boy, so it could just be, this is the story of an orphan, and they don't like draw it male or female.
Yeah.
So it's like, why do you need a brother and sister unless they are both part of the narrative?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It would break the continuity of the initial story that they present you with.
If you're just like, oh, now this person doesn't matter, what the fuck?
And I like it too, right? Because it's like, you know, what if I feel like playing the girl today? I'm going to play as the girl. What if I want to play as the boy today? I'm going to play as the boy. Like, it doesn't matter. It's still like, it's still just fun. This way to Cozy Canyon.
It's so cute.
No shit.
Look at this.
First steps. Oh, okay. So this is okay. So I like how they do this. They
Are
break
these
things
chapters?
down. So these are all of the locations in Cozy Canyon. So they tell you if you've been there. So if you're having a hard time finding medallions or coins or
Flappy
something.
Bird.
Then this is all of the medallions we can get in each of these areas, which I guess the forest, which is where we started, we could get a
Wow.
lot of medallions. I did not
Alright.
realize. And then there are items that we can get throughout the game, and these are kind of the big meta to the game. And I guess we keep the coins. Oh, we'll see this later too, because we're playing this all the way through. But the coins we use to buy items.
Okay.
Clue stones, I think, are the big meta thing. But it's been a little while since I've played this, so we'll see.
Water slide.
So what if the old man, what if he just like is happy that he can't find his wife? What if at the end of the game we find his wife and he's like, oh, there you are. I've been looking for you this whole time.
Like, oh, hey, babe.
Boop. I don't think we have, okay, so we have a roll, which might be our main attack. We have like zoomed in view. And I think that's kind of it. Oh, I can zoom out. That's kind of nice. And then this little dude. Talk to me. I try to stay on the path to avoid running into enemies. You see, I'm not strong enough to jump on them. Tweedledee!
All of them have these like weird little like helicopter leaves.
It's pretty cute. Okay, so this is a case where we need an item. This is we need a shovel. Which I think that's another collectible. I think there are little like fossils throughout the world that we can get.
So many enemies in this area.
So, fun fact, I was reading a bit on the dev blog, or the devlogs that they have on Steam, or maybe it was an article that they were interviewed. But regardless, they apparently they originally were not planning on having enemies in the game.
Really?
Yeah, which it's interesting, right? Because like I've worked on an adventure game that didn't have any real enemies, and the challenge that I faced with that was that there was a lot of space in the game, but like not much interesting things going on. And not that you need enemies to keep things interesting, but it
Gives you obstacles?
yeah, it's a lot harder to have engaging obstacles if you don't have enemies.
Like they're like stakes.
Exactly. I wish I could swim, but my poor little arms just aren't strong enough. Tweedledee.
Tweedledee.
What is my mission here? Oh, I need to activate the windmill. Okay. So... the windmill, I was just up there. So I just have to find a switch, probably. I know if I get 100 coins, an Explorer Medallion will happen, or will appear. Which is very Mario-like.
Mario.
Oh, okay, so the medallion's just at the top of that. So if I activate it, then I'll be able to climb to the top. So you've played Mario Sunshine,
Yeah.
but you haven't played a lot of 3D platformers.
Now that we're in this, though, I see what you mean.
Yeah, so like
The coins and the moving platforms and trying to get to new heights and trying to figure out how to do it.
And I'd say this is a more pure platformer than I've seen in quite a while. And platformers are kind of going through a resurgence right now where there's a lot of 2D games kind of popping up as platformers. And Nintendo has kind of always kept up the trend of at least having platformers with Mario.
Right.
But I think 3D platformers are kind of slowly on the upswing. Poi started development, I think, around the same time that A Hat in Time started its Kickstarter, or at least close to the same time. And while A Hat in Time was successfully funded, I think it kind of points to the new trend that's coming up in a lot of indie games, because a lot of developers our age grew up playing games like Mario 64 and games like that. And now that we're in a place in our lives, a lot of us anyway, where we can start working independently on games and using Kickstarter and all that, there's a lot of people making these games because it's been barren for so long. Like even Ukulele is pretty indicative of that.
Yeah, and our generation, at least right now, is pretty into nostalgia.
Oh, absolutely. We're in the era of nostalgia, which that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it has been damaging in some regards. If you look at like the Power Rangers game that came out, right? Like that game was not good, from my understanding. And literally the only reason it sold was because it was Power Rangers, and the Power Rangers movie came out and people were nostalgic for it. And that's bad, right? Like that's using nostalgia and only nostalgia to sell something rather than actually making a compelling game. And that's, I think, where that trend gets a lot of flack.
Well, and I feel like even movies are doing that a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is definitely not exclusive to the game industry. But when it's done right, I think games that kind of build off of nostalgia can be really fun, too. Like, I think it's really charming seeing a 3D platformer again when I haven't seen any good ones for quite a long time. So, I'm like running around in circles. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I am missing something obvious. There's a line to the windmill. Do. Yeah, I did it. The first level of the game, Chris. Good job, buddy.
Yay! I like how there's an old school windmill.
Oh, shit.
Oh, where's your heart meter?
It's at the...
Oh, I didn't see that
but I lose all my coins, but at least I know what to do now. All right, well, I'll get better as we keep playing this. I promise, guys. It's been a little while. I hope I'm not, like, throwing around this camera too fast, because
it does whip around a lot.
Yeah, not what I want. In the options, they give us the means of like decreasing sensitivity, so I could turn this down. I think the camera momentum is sort of an effort to help reduce the like pain of it moving around so quick, because it like if I move the camera and I let go, see how it kind of like keeps going for a little while. I usually hate that, but I think the point of that is to like make people who are watching or even playing just feel less motion sick or just like get a headache from the fast, snappy cameras.
Snappy. It's moving.
Oh, wow. All right. I think I'm on the opposites though, where if I wasn't playing and I saw the momentum for the camera, it would more likely make me motion sick. This is absolutely a game that will make me motion sick too, but since I'm playing, I'll be able to hold on a little while.
That's good.
I did it!
Yay! Medallion!
Yes! So, do you think it makes sense to have us lose all of our coins when we die?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess there's the idea that there needs to be some kind of tangible consequence. If it just restarted the level, then you lose progress. Like, you lose the time you spent in that level. But is that enough to justify, like, the consequence of failure?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
I don't know. I guess I'm sort of indifferent about it. I think it makes sense. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I kind of wish I just could have kept those coins because I'm going to need those to buy things.
Yeah. How do other games do it?
I think generally along the same lines, especially with the understanding that this game, you can get one of those Explorer medallions if you hit 100 coins. I think that alone justifies them taking away your coins if you fail, because then it would just be too easy to get 100 coins.
That's fair.
Welcome back, Explorer. I have something to show you. Come here and take a look. No.
He is a little creepy.
I mean,
We're
like,
also adults, so.
he looks like a cute old man, but who knows what his
lines
agenda is.
Yeah.
I can't change the camera. Fine.
Well, you were gone. I happened to dig up some of my old explorer tools. Some tools will help you navigate levels. Others will give you more ways to explore. Of course, you'll need to give me some coins before I give them to you. Even a master explorer such as myself needs to eat. Take a look.
Okay, so telescope. We have a compass, makes it easier to navigate levels and find secrets. I think the compass points at explorer medallions, maybe? Bigger wallet allows you to hold more coins. Shovel, dig up fossils. Camera lets you take pictures and document your discoveries. I don't know if there's a collect 'em all kind of mechanic with that. Like Zelda, how you take pictures of every enemy. Automatically grabs nearby coins and collectibles.
Ooh,
and
that's nice.
Permanent extra heart, which I think we can get this one multiple times.
I think the magnet is nice because that increases your earnings, like it's an investment.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna get the big wallet first too.
Make space.
Yeah, I figure I'm gonna want to get more coins. If I like cap out at 100, I'm gonna be like,
That's fair. Well then, get going, explorer.
go make me some money.
Oh, I wanted to talk about text highlights. Because a lot of games do that, like, they highlight the important information or put it in a different color, so if you're just skimming, you know what to read.
As a kid, that confused the hell out of me. Like, Zelda did that. Zelda was a huge proponent of that, right? They would highlight a lot of text in red, and I'd be like, why is it red? Does it mean something? But really, it's just, I think it's for exactly the reason you're saying, is just so that you kind of like, if you're barely reading, you get at least some highlights.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, if I'm playing games, I tend not to read it all, and I just skim and get the important information.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think it's dependent on how text heavy the game is, right? Like
Yeah.
This game doesn't have a lot of text, so it arguably doesn't even need the highlights. It might make breaking it up a little bit, or reading it a little bit faster. I don't know, like if this game had like double the amount of text, then suddenly I think players would automatically start skimming through things.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll read this and then we'll come back. Today's the Flower Festival. You should go join the festivities. Thanks, buddy. So that's all we have for this episode.
We'll go to the Flower Festival
We're gonna
next
go to the
episode.
Flower Festival. Yeah. I'm so excited to play more Boy. This game's so cute.
Question of the day?
Question of the day. From a tutorial perspective, where do you think that the game was successful in teaching the player about the game? Not just how to play it, but the rules of the game, right? Because sure, there were little bits in the very beginning that were like, press E in the air to double jump. And like, I didn't even really worry about finding all of them because it's pretty intuitive, right? And like, you can see the controls right here and be like, oh, that's how you do everything. But they did other things that I think helped teach the player the rules of the game and kind of set the expectation of what the game is going to be like in the first 5 minutes.
Right.
And that's important. A lot of game reviewers will even say like the first 5 minutes should be representative of the game as a whole.
Right.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think they were successful in doing that in this game.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Be sure to vote on what you want us to play when we're done with Poi. I have no idea how long this is going to be, and I don't even know if we're going to do a 100% playthrough, but we're at least going to get to the end.
Yeah.
That's the promise, at least. You know, you may not want to watch us collect coins for like 10 hours. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.